going. How about a big round of applause for Ron Fellman? My wife's out there. Hun, that is the type of reaction I should get every day when I come in the house. At that point, I've done absolutely nothing with little prospect that I'll do anything, like tonight. So, I am a stand-up comedy virgin. Think back to where you thank you. Think back to when you lost your virginity. May not have been your best performance. But if you're like me, over the years, you've had lots of fake reactions. Some groans, some moans, and then the real reaction, which is being laughed at. So I can take it tonight, throw out the real stuff, the fake stuff, it doesn't matter. 40 years ago, I was an 8th grade school teacher. Thank you. And for a few minutes tonight, this is my classroom. So pretend to pay attention. If you have to go to the bathroom, ask my permission, but I'll tell you, there's only one bathroom pass, and I'm not giving it out during the next 5 minutes. And show me more respect than one of my students who stood up in front of the whole class and said, "You skinny fucker." To which I said, "I will not tolerate that behavior. Don't you ever call me skinny." Instant respect. So people ask, what do you learn in comedy boot camp? Well, we were given lots of tools. But honestly, I'm a Jewish guy. I'm used to being a tool and not doing so well working with tools. Except one. But not wanting to screw it tonight, wanting to nail this, before I came out, I got hammered. Nah. The real motivation for me doing this is a sitcom about a young female comedian, late 50s, early 60s, like a Joan Rivers, the marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Come on, she's a fictional character. I'm up here waiting for your adoration. Save it. Anyway, Mrs. Maisel has a professional manager who gets 10%. I have an Uber manager on steroids, my wife, who gets a lot more than 50%. And unlike Mrs. Maisel, I am not standing up here in a black cocktail dress and heels, because my manager said, only in our bedroom. On Thursday, once a month, when we have our special girls' night. So, some of you already admitted to smoking pot. Congratulations. I get confused by it. So I'm going to open up some a pot shop chain, and I'm going to call it the presidential strains. Examples. The George Washington. You may be unable to tell a lie. The Abraham Lincoln sneaks up on you from behind. It's a shattering experience, like a shot out of nowhere. You lose your mind. The Richard M. Nixon. Be prepared to be asked to leave early alone. My psychedelic strain, the Reagan Bush. You may experience shining cities upon the hill and 1,000 points of light. Oh, you're too young for that. The Bill Clinton. It makes you feel amorous. Okay, horny for anything with 2 legs. Doesn't even have to have a skirt. The George W. Bush. You'll find yourself unable to get out of places you've gotten into. The Barack Obama, my cerebral strain. You'll think you're the smartest person in the room. And the Donald J. Trump strain. You'll want to tweet and eat and tweet and eat and eat and eat and eat, and then put on makeup very poorly. My wife and I have been married almost 40 years. Finally, a real reaction, thanks. And around here, we are a young couple, Ken mentioned that sort of thing, and almost newlyweds. We've been successful because we have a balanced relationship. We're a balanced couple. For example, I brought into the relationship assets. She brought in asinine amounts of debt. She likes to spend, I like to save. She's always right, I'm occasionally right. I like to drive, she likes to give directions. Left, right, stop, go faster, slower, all of those. And she says I criticize her. I get constructive advice. But we both love sex. And she uses that as an opportunity to give constructive advice and those same driving directions. Go left, go right, a little faster, a little slower, almost there, farther, 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 farther. Okay. Well, I'm out of time, and I am still standing here erect. I didn't have a premature conclusion, and I'm no longer a stand-up comedy virgin.
Man, I'm